Hello, my name is Jamie Kimball, and today I would like to talk to you about archery. Has anyone ever tried blindfolded archery before? You don't know what you're missing. Archery has been a big part of my family for many years, and in fact I have been an archery instructor for about 7 years. I have taught at summer camps and outdoor expos, and today I would like to discuss with you a few things about archery. First, the history of archery. Why archery is such a great recreational activity, and archery in the Olympics. Let's first begin how archery first got introduced into the United States. According to the Encyclopedia of Britannica, the first American archery organization was the United Bowmen of Philadelphia, founded in 1828. By the late 20th century, there is probably 10 million participants in this sport. Archery was used as tools of survival when guns and gunpowder were not available to pioneers, but however, trees and plants were. Flexible branches were used for the bow, stiff branches were used for the arrow, and flexible fiber plants were used for the bowstring. This tool was such a great tool because it could go much farther and faster than any spear could. It could bring down bigger game such as deers or buffalo. It was also used for fishermen. They would hook up strings to the arrow and the bow and shoot it in the water and be able to retrieve it much faster. As Dan Allred stated in his magazine article, Bow Hunt of America, perhaps we still have that fascination with archery and hunting because it rekindles that feeling of being one with nature. It wasn't a long time ago when an unsuccessful hunt meant the difference between life and death. Over and over again, our ancestors have shown us how superior weapons can conquer nations. According to Archery Resource Journal tells us the Romans owe much of their military superiority to armies of skilled archers. When the opposing armies came in, archers would shoot numerous rounds of arrows into the enemy to reduce the number. This battle strategy was so successful that every Roman platoon had archeries in it. Now that we have discussed the history of archery, let's discuss how archery first got introduced as a recreational activity. According to the magazine Archery 360, the perfect summer activities aren't just the ones that get you outdoors. They are the ones you can do as a family. With each and every shot, a young archer learns to not get emotionally by a bad shot. Instead of attaching their ego to their performance, they learn to analyze the shot and prepare for the next one with no emotion. There's 2 types of shooting. There is target shooting, and then there is flight shooting. Target shooting focuses more on the target, while flight shooting focuses more on the distance. If you're ever in Ponca State Park on the 3rd weekend of September, you will see how Americans love their target shooting. There is 3 types of target shooting at this event. There is bullseye shooting, there is 3D target shooting, and there is disc target shooting. However, flight shooting isn't about targets. It's about distance, and distance is what they're going for. There have been records of flight shooting that's gone over a mile long. Now that we have discussed about recreational activities, let's discuss how archery got first introduced into the Olympics. According to Statesman Journal, Iowa's archery medalist Miranda Leakes thought archery was the #1 most watched sport during the Olympic Games because of the pop culture movies, because of Green Arrow, Brave, and of course, the Hunger Games. It not only brought so much more people to watch the game, there is also more participants in these sports. There has been new introduced of archery and skiing. There has been crossbow and 3D targets. According to the Encyclopedia of Britannica, archery for men first was held in the Olympic Games in 1900s, 1904, 1908, and 1920. However, for the women, they were held in 1904 and in 1908. They were then canceled and canceled for 52 years. And then they were reintroduced in 1972. According to World Archery Federation, the oldest medalist winner is 68 years old. The youngest is 14. Archery is a competition for all ages. It is such a great sport. It makes champions out of so many people. As archery has existed for over 5,000 years and has been a fun family recreational activity. Archery has also been an Olympic sport with 22 nations competing for medals. Archery was first used as tools of survival and has now become a fun recreational activity. It is now an Olympic sport. According to Fred Bear states in an Archery 316 article, history of the bow is the history of mankind.